Good morning. This is Annie here with Family Homesteading in West Texas. So I was going to take you along today as I make one of our favorite snacks for the summer, especially for the kids. So I'm going to make popsicles today. Welcome to Family Homesteading of West Texas. We are a homeschooling homesteading family of 9. We grow, cook, and preserve most of our food from scratch. And I'm going to make them from yogurt, and I'll use fruits to flavor them. And I'll use raspberries and blueberries. These were berries that were on sale, and I bought a bunch and I froze them. So I will defrost these berries, and then I will use the Vitamix blender to make like a sauce. And then I will probably need to use a strainer to get the seeds out because raspberries do have seeds in them that we don't like. So I will get these defrosted and make the sauce in the blender, and then I'll get back to you to show you exactly how we do it. Okay, so I decided I was gonna do the blueberries. I'm gonna put all of that together in the blender here. I think that's gonna work very good. I'm putting in the blueberries first, and then I'll add some yogurt and I know this is gonna be too thick. I won't be able to pour it. So I'm gonna put a little bit of milk in there, and then I will add maple syrup to sweeten it. And I do not measure. I will just add some, and then I will taste it to see how the flavor is. It's not quite sweet enough, so I'll just add a little bit more syrup using the organic maple syrup. I get it at Costco. And that is perfect. So I have two molds. I got this one off of Amazon. This one has the option to use the sticks, the plastic sticks, or to use the lid and then use these wooden popsicle sticks. And I'm going to use these today on this one. And they don't have it's not very sturdy. It's very flimsy. So when it's filled up, I can't carry it without a container. So I'm using just a container that I have on hand to support it. And then I will fill them up. I could have probably gone with a little bit less milk, but that's okay. And the raspberries is going to be quite a bit more work since I'm going to put them through a sieve to take out the seeds. And it also looks like to me I'll probably fill both molds up with this one. So I'll probably wait with the raspberries till tomorrow, or at least till these are frozen and I can take them out. And this mold, the red one, I have gotten off of Amazon. It also came with some storage bags, so I can take the popsicles out and put them in a little bag, and then I could store them like that, and then I could freeze a lot, like for a party or so. Alright, so that one is ready. Now this one does not have the option to use wooden popsicle sticks. And now that I look at these, I think these are a little bit smaller too. And you could do this with any kind of fruit. I've even seen people doing this with cherries. I'm sure you could do it with peaches and different things. We got one mold left. All right, I'll pop these in the freezer, and After they're frozen, I'll take them out and then I will make some raspberry flavored ones yet. Okay, so I've defrosted my raspberries. I will put these in the blender. And this will probably be the biggest job to squeeze this all through. I know that you can get some kind of strainer probably on Amazon that works better for this, but I just haven't got one of those. So this will do for now. So I decided, since I'm gonna put milk in these popsicles anyways, put some milk in there. That way it'll be much thinner and easier to handle and to get the seeds out. It's not gonna take nearly as long. And I'm gonna put quite a bit of milk in there so I can put more in there so that I have like a thinner sauce and the milk is already in there. And it'll take a lot less time for me to squish all this stuff through the strainer. Now that's much easier already. Alright, so now I'm left with basically just the seed here. So I'm just going to take a spatula and clean it off here. Make sure we have every last bit of our raspberry sauce, if you want to call it that. And now we have this milk with the raspberry sauce, and I'm going to add some yogurt and maple syrup. I'll mix it all in the blender, and then it'll be ready to pour. And again, I do not measure. I will just put some in there, and then I will taste it and see if I need to put in more. Okay, so I've got this ready to pour. Now I'm just going to go check in the freezer if the other popsicles are frozen. If they are, I will take them out, and then I need to reuse my molds since I only have 2 molds, and this batch will probably fill them both up. Okay, let's check and see if these are frozen. Well, they come out perfect. That's a beautiful color. This is the blueberry one. And it looks like it has separated a little bit, but I don't think the kids will mind. And I was also going to mention on this recipe, you could substitute the sweetener with just about anything you want. You could use honey. A lot of times I would use a sweetener like this. This is a keto-friendly sweetener. I get this at Costco. And the reason I like that sweetener, it's a low carb. Somebody with diabetes could have that sweetener. I also use xylitol quite a bit in my cooking and baking, especially in canning. I do a lot of canning where I would substitute for xylitol. So that would be another option to make it, if you don't want to use like maple syrup or something that is a higher carb, you could also do that. Okay, so let's go grab the other one and see if that one's also frozen. Okay, so this one is a little bit different. I'm taking off the whole lid and then I'm popping them out. And these popsicles in the red one are a larger size. Alright, very good. You see the difference? Okay, so these are frozen, but they are not like super hard. So I'm gonna have to hurry up and put them in these little bags to store them. I will not be able to have them out on the counter for very long. Isn't that ever cute? A homemade popsicles. No artificial flavors or colors or sweeteners. We know what's in it. I had to hurry up to get them all bagged up because they were getting pretty soft. So let's pour these. One thing that I thought I was going to talk to you about, I'm planning on doing a baking video possibly next week, and I'll be baking bread, I'll be making buns and loaves from sourdough. Now let me know in the comments section, would you prefer to bake with all-purpose flour or a whole wheat, like a home ground where you get the whole wheat berry? I am doing both, or I can do both. I have only baked making my own flour since January. And it has been a learning curve for me, and I know not all of you out there have a grain mill. So let me know in the comment section what you prefer. I could do either or I could do both. I could make a small dough of both and show you the difference in the process of it. Okay, I just remembered that with this pink mold, I don't have the option, or it doesn't have the lid to put these wooden sticks in there. And I didn't fill that one up all the way. There's 3 empty ones on those. And I know this red one has both options. So I'm going to see if I can find the plastic popsicle sticks for the red one and see if they fit with the pink one. If not, I'm just going to put a wooden one in there, and it's just not going to be in the middle. It'll be probably on the side or wherever. Okay, so let's see. And they sit perfectly. So the top is the same size, but I guess those are just, the bottom is bigger. Alright, let's pop these in the freezer.
So the last batch, I took it out a little bit too soon. They weren't hard enough, and some of the sticks pulled out when I was trying to pull them out. So I just put them back in the freezer and let them refreeze, and they would still be okay. So I use homemade yogurt, and I have a video on how I make yogurt. If you haven't seen that one, go ahead and check that one out. The pink mold is a little bit smaller, so that one was all the way frozen and I could get them all out. And they were beautiful. The kids loved them. We were having a very hot day and we had some work to get done outside. So after the work was done, we were all so happy to enjoy a cool treat. So this will be all for today. If you like our content, please hit the subscribe button and like or leave us a comment.